Now we're going to introduce McKenna for her retiring address, entitled The Chain, is Megan Johnson, Pace Morrison, Shelby Belander, and Matt Barnes.
McKenna first asked me to introduce her tonight. I was truly honored. I've known McKenna for my entire life, and I've grown up with her as well. We've had some fun times over the years, whether it was playing in the dirt after branding, jumping ditches on four-wheelers on the 4th of July, or scattering Skittles all over her house. She's always been there for me, and she's been the rock that I lean on throughout the years. She's given me advice, support, and counsel whenever I've needed it, and I'm truly thankful and honored to call her my sister.
Okay, so when McKenna told me that I was going to speak up here, I got kind of nervous, and she assured me that I couldn't see anyone, and I really can't see anyone, so I believe her now. About a year ago, I was sitting in those same chairs as all of you guys, and it was my last state convention, and I was starting to realize that. And I was sitting next to McKenna, and we were goofing around and trying to pay attention for the long session, and for any of you guys that know me, that's a hard task. So McKenna nudges me, and she sees that I'm kind of bummed, and she says, "Shelby, this isn't your last state convention." She says, "You'll be here next year introducing me." And I admired her confidence being a state candidate, and I knew that there was no one who better fit the job quality. So this time last year, I had no idea that I was going to drive 1,000 miles to introduce her, but here I am, and I'm more than happy to be here. McKenna has been a role model since 2nd grade. She's incredibly beautiful and smart and talented. We all know how talented she is because look at this wonderful state convention that her team has put together. I'm so very blessed to be given the opportunity to call McKenna my best friend, and you guys are also very lucky to be able to have had her serve as the 2013 Nevada State Secretary. Thank you.
19 years, 3 months, and 19 days ago, McKenna was born. And approximately 24 hours after that, I asked if we could send her back. I'm sure glad that my parents didn't, because I've had the pleasure of watching McKenna grow to be a hardworking, strong individual that I call my sister. She's wonderful and one of the best state secretaries that the state's seen. So Nevada FFA, please help me introduce my sister. And his aunt, McKenna Johnson.
He said, change your clothes. She said, no, Bible. He said, comb your hair. She said, some kids don't. There is dreams went up in smoke. They said, you can't leave. She said, yes, I will. He said, don't see him. She said, his name's Bill. She's on the roll and it's all uphill. She's a wild one with an angel's face. She's a woman child in a state of grace. And she was scared so on dad's knee. He said, you can't be anything you want to be. She's a wild one running free. She loves rock and roll. They say Satan's too. She thinks they're too old. They think she's too young. Battle lines are nearly drawn. She's a wild one with an angel's face. She's a woman child in a state of grace. She was feared so long last week. He said you can't be anything you want to be. She's a wild one running free.
class. Our tasks for today will be to color, eat a snack, and finally, sing the alphabet song. Kindergarten. By a show of hands, who would like to go back to kindergarten? Honestly, I would love to go back, simply for the fact that kindergartners are always happy. I mean, think about it. How long does a 5-year-old hold a grudge? Those 10 seconds between Billy stealing their crayon and their attention turning towards when snack time is probably the longest bout of anger or sadness that they will have all day. Now, here's a fun fact. The average adult smile meter rolls in at only 20 smiles per day, compared to the average 4-year-old whose smile meter rolls in at over 300 smiles per day. Wow, that's a big jump. Who would you rather be? Let's take a look at our smile meters and see how tuning them up can affect those around us. Cut to senior year. This was my year, and I was going to have the perfect year. Applying for scholarships in colleges, keeping up on homework, and being a chapter and state officer, my perfect senior year was stressful. Suddenly, I wasn't happy, and I noticed that those around me weren't either. So how was I supposed to have my perfect year? To find the answer, I took a look back to when I was truly happy. My kindergarten days flashed through my mind. I knew that all I had to do was get back to that little 5-year-old girl who was smiling over 300 times per day. I had to take the time to reflect on my smile meter in order to make myself happy. You have to take the time to reflect on your smile meter in order to make yourself happy. So let's think about our smile meters. How do they rate when you're at school? At home? At an FFA event? Throughout the rest of the week, and when you get home, I want you to reflect on your smile meter and tune it up if needed. Have you ever thought about how others' smile meters rate around you? Who has ever been in the Starbucks line, gotten up to the window to pay, and been informed that the individual before you has already picked up your bill? Now, if that doesn't add to your smile meter, I don't know what will. I mean, come on. Free Starbucks? Now, who has then turned around and paid for the person behind you? That deserves a round of applause. Why not spread the love? I think Clay Walker says it best in the song The Chain of Love. The song talks about a young man who stops on the side of the road to help a woman with a flat tire. When she asks how she can repay him, he simply replies that she must not break the chain of love. The woman continues to a small cafe, where she leaves a generous tip, and so the chain continues. We have all been there. Whether someone has helped us pick up our books in the hallway, paid for our coffee, or simply smiled at us when we were down, someone has already started a chain of love in our lives. Now all we have to do is continue this chain. So take a look around you. How do other smile meters rate around you? And how can you add to their smile meter by continuing the chain of love? Please yell, "That's me," if my following questions apply to you. Who thinks that their smile meter could use a tune-up? Who thinks that by tuning up their smile meter, it could help them spread the chain of love? Who would be more willing to spread the chain of love if they had help? Well, today is your lucky day. I have pre-made cards with this quote on it. Oprah has inspired me. And you get a card. You get a card. We all get a card. That's right. Every single person here now has the first link to his or her chain. It's simple. Do a good deed and leave the card. There's no excuse not to pass it along. Please listen to the lyrics of The Chain of Love as Courtesy Corps passes out the cards.
He was driving home one evening Pontiac. When an old lady flagged him down, her Mercedes had flat. He could see that she was frightened, standing out there in the snow. Till he said, I'm here to help you, ma'am. By the way, my name is Joe. She said, I'm from St. Louis, and I'm only passing through. I must have seen 100 cars go by. This is awful nice of you. When he changed the tire and closed her trunk and was about to drive away, she said, how much do I owe you? Here's what he had to say. You don't owe me a thing. I've been there too. And someone once helped me out just the way I'm helping you. If you really want to pay me back, here's what you do. Don't let the chain of love end with you. Well, a few miles down the road.
Thank you for committing to continuing the chain of love. My smile meter is off the charts right now. Members, advisors, parents, and guests, I challenge you to tune up your smile meter and continue this chain of love. Nevada FFA, don't let the chain of love end with you.